Shrimp pals! Welcome! I'm back! It's been like, what? It's been like 3 years since I was streaming last month. It's been crazy. Rise and Brine, hello, Sunder! Thank you so much for coming. Love you. I pretend like I'm ready for this. I mean, I was streaming. I streamed for like a month and a half, and then I only took a month off. But like, why do I not feel ready at all? I think part of it is because I was working very hard on this presentation. And I was like working up to the last minute. Like I was putting finishing touches on like 10 minutes ago. There's still more I could do, but I think it's good enough. I think we're just gonna go for it. I'm very excited. It's dumb. Ikaido, welcome. Yes, get ready for the third Shrimp Pact. I don't want to make you think that I've seen Evangelion by my reply to your tweet today. I just kind of Googled it and I was like, I was gonna make a comment about the third Shrimp Pact. I thought it was like Honkai Third Impact or something, and I was gonna make a joke about that. And then I Googled it, and I was like, oh, that's Evangelion. Whoops. So I've never seen it. But I probably should. I'm like a fake anime fan for not watching Evangelion. I'm a fake mecha fan for not watching Evangelion. I'm like a big fan of mecha. But I haven't watched Gundam, and I haven't watched Evangelion. I just like big robots. Thank you so much for coming, though! I'm very excited to show off my new look. It looks really nice. It's okay, you haven't seen them too, Ant. It's okay. We can be fake anime fans together. Do you watch any anime? That's a good question. Another, one of the, like, 4 streams I have planned after this involves just, like, a whole bunch of anime. Not watching anime, but I will explain at the end of stream, and probably do, like, a poll. I think I want to do, like, a poll on Twitter, and see which of the 4 ideas people want to see first. So we will see. Let's just dive right into it, though. I guess we should start. Sunder, not recently, but I have seen some anime. That's fair. Sometimes I just kind of, like, stop watching anime for a bit, for, like, a couple seasons, and I just, like, don't pick up anything. And I feel like kind of a fake anime fan, but at the same time, it's a lot of time to invest into watching anime. I think I'm only watching like 3 right now. It's nice when you're watching them live though, because then you don't have to watch... What's the word? You don't like watch you don't binge a whole bunch of them at once, because that's a huge time investment. Whereas if you're watching 1 episode a week, it's kind of like easy to fit that into your schedule, and you can't force yourself to not watch it, if that makes sense. Because like, when you have the whole series, you kind of just want to binge the whole thing if it's there. So watching it live kind of forces you to not binge it. Okay, let's start the presentation though. This is Nori Kokona's high Shrimp Pact, but also quite often very low Shrimp Pact as well. VTuber design presentation. Woni, welcome! I simply see an anime I like and slurp it up like noodles. Welcome, thank you so much for being here. Are you watching anything this season? I know I recommended Dynazenon to you. It's been very good so far. Other than that, I'm not watching too much. I'm only watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, which are like very long-running shonens. So I feel like they're not the same kind of anime as like a seasonal anime. Please watch To Your Eternity. I have not heard of that. Is that this season? I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know. I'm gonna write it down right now. To Your Eternity. Notes. I've got a sheet for notes. I've got a pencil. I'm ready. Ooh, I've been meaning to. I've just been seeing Spider Isekai. Is that like the second season? Because I could have sworn that we had that series a couple seasons ago. And Sevens. Sevens is so good. I love Sevens. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. To Your Eternity is this season. I'm gonna have to check that out because I have not heard of that at all. Oh, okay, season 2. That makes a lot more sense. Because I was gonna say, I thought there was something very similar, and I was like, there's no way that we can just have 2 isekais where people turn into spiders, and like, how is that a normal thing? Where we'd have 2 of those. So, glad to know it's only a season 2. Alright. Let's start the presentation, though. I'm so excited to show you guys all my terrible designs. It never ends. Yeah. As long as there's manga to write anime for, it will never end. We are the invert gang. Yeah, I'm like, I got bones, but I also have an exoskeleton. I'm half and half. I'm like the bridge between Youth Hunter and Woni, and then Nyrene. I'm like the midpoint between Nyrene and you guys. And then Ikaido, you're just here investigating us. Alright. First design, though. Is your Nori sushi themed? Green, orange, and white? And Danjo of the Nigiri-dan? And that's not your Nori. That's Mizunori Evi. I was actually not Nori Kokona for a very, very, very long time. Ikaido, you got an FBI anonymous tip website open just in case. Good, keeping us safe. Shrimp hair, yeah. Shrimp hair was like the cornerstone of my design for the vast majority of the time. Yes, very tasty. I was initially themed. I got the idea from Evie. I thought it would make a really cute name. So I kind of just like liked the name Evie in the first place, and then I was like, wait, doesn't that mean shrimp? And then as soon as I figured that out, I was like, this would make an incredibly cool VTuber design. And the rest is history. Here I am. I was actually more themed around sushi than shrimp, but I was still a shrimp mermaid. We'll get to that. I'm kind of half and half. Sometimes I have legs and sometimes I don't. That will be explained. It's all in the lore. I have so many pages of lore and I've explained none of it. So I feel like I kind of need this kind of presentation. I don't even go into lore during this presentation, but we can talk a little bit about it. But yeah, so this design, I had a white hoodie and nigiri, salmon as a big kangaroo pocket. I thought that was really cute. And my eyebrows were big fat lumps of salmon sushi. That was the whole theme was just that circle, that oval shape with the salmon. And then I also had a cute little seaweed skirt and the shrimp ponytail, of course. That was there since these are actually my very first. I don't know if this was the very, very first, but it was one of the very first. And I kind of worked on it a little bit. You can see that the style doesn't match because I took it into digital rendering and then overlaid a couple different designs over top of the first one. But yeah, I was very sushi themed. And I wanted my group to be called the Nigiri-dan. And we would be like a sushi club of some sort. And then I would be the leader, Danjo. So that was me, Evie. Some other designs I had. I was like, one of the first things I thought of was that I could be like really cute sitting in like a teacup or something. I could be really tiny, small shrimp. And then I just like have some more iterations on the original design here. And then the bottom left one is kind of like completely out there. I was trying to reference someone's style and it turned out really cute, but also like not at all me. But it turned out really cute, so I figured I'd post it. I'd like show it to you guys because no one's ever gonna see it otherwise. And then the design on the right is actually like, yeah, where are my clothes? It's because I never even like finished this design. This is what I thought would be my like final riggable art. And it's so I hate it. It's so bad. It's like not clean. It's all lumpy. And my clothes don't look cute. And the shrimp tail on the back of me looks weird. This was like the introduction of the little, I have a little seaweed wrap in my hair though. That was a thing that kind of like a through line through a couple of my designs. It stayed for a while. But I couldn't even get my top to look right. So I never even got to like bottom clothes, skirt, shorts, whatever I wanted. I couldn't even get that far before I ended up changing my entire design. So there's kind of no clothes right now. And then I did a little bit of messing with colors. Are you really a trans VTuber if you don't have the trans flag in your design? I tried it out. It was kind of cute. But I actually moved away. I did end up moving away, obviously, from the pink, orange, and white, that kind of stuff, into green. I'm very green now. I'm very happy about that. But for the longest time, my hair was white and pink or orange. I still kind of wouldn't mind white hair, but I really like green hair, so I'm pretty sure we're sticking with it. What do I mean I'm pretty sure? My design is done. It's basically done. You'll see soon. I feel like there might be tiny edits. Tiny edits before I like start rigging, but for the most part, the art is done. And I'm so happy to like finally be done. It took forever to get here. Wait, did I have the date on here? I think I forgot it. I believe it was October 12th was when I like did my very first sketch. And that was like 7 months ago. My design has been in the oven for forever. But I'm finally at a place where I can be happy with it. So I can finally move on to rigging. Along with this, I tried some other styles. I messed with a few different styles as I was going along. Slowly baking until perfection. You're right, Ikaido. It takes a very long time to make a good pie. Yeah, so these were two other designs that were basically the same idea, but I just like tried different art styles. The one on the left, I tried to go very round with it, and I feel like I was referencing like kind of like the style of Sailor Moon. I feel like my face looks a little bit like Ami. A little bit. It's bad. It doesn't look good. I didn't get far enough for it to look good. I feel like the sketches always look terrible until I get to like a certain point of rendering them. So like even my final design, I was like really upset with it. I did not like how it looked. And then I just kept working at it, like actually finishing the design, and eventually when things got cleaned up, it looked good. And I'm thankful that it does. I don't think I was really referencing much with the one on the right, but I do like it. It's really cute. My whole idea here was that I had like an orange under hoodie that would look like nigiri. So what nigiri is it's like a lump of rice with like fish or shrimp or something on top. And so the idea was that I'd have like a white outer top that would be like the rice, and then the orange inner top would look like it's sitting on top, and that would be like the salmon or the shrimp. It was supposed to be shrimp, because then I had a little arm tie that was supposed to be the shrimp tail. So like if you really squint, it's kind of like shrimp sitting on top of rice. I tried to be clever with the character design. I did my best. Nigiri is super tasty. I want to nibble. Nigiri is good. I haven't had a lot of it. Not here on the surface. But I really want to. I miss going out to restaurants for sushi. There was this one place I went to back when I was in college, and they had a... what's the word? It was like all you can eat. All you can eat shrimp sushi is great. And it was, if you went for lunch, it was only like 14 bucks, which is like absurdly cheap for all you can eat. The dinner was a lot more expensive though, and you had like a bigger menu. So it kind of evened out because they had a smaller menu for lunch. But it was really good. I fell in love with eel sauce and stuff like that, because I'd never had that before. Cannibalism, no, okay. So I'm closer to human than I am shrimp, but shrimp are already cannibals. And we just eat shrimp that are like not of our kind. So I'm specifically, the shrimp that I'm closest to is the Hippolyte inermis, which is like this random shrimp that like no one's ever heard of. But it's like, it's a seagrass shrimp. And so it's different from the normal shrimp that you guys eat. So I can eat that shrimp fine. It's not an issue. We don't eat Hippolyte inermis. Like as a species, we make sure not to do that. But other shrimp, we're down for it. Okay, what's next though? Alien. I tried out like alien eyes. I feel like this kind of eye is used normally with aliens and with... oh, sorry. That's my straw. Normally with like really small like bug things or aliens. And so I was like, okay, well I'm small. I'm like an honorary bug. So that would be cute. And I'm like kind of into these kind of eyes. Like they're very... I like them. I like them. They're cool. So I tried. I did my best. And then I also... look, this was one of the first like good designs with my tail. Turned out really cute, but it was also orange. This was like before I was even green. And this also had the bug eyes. I was trying to debate if I wanted to have bug eyes for like just my tiny form. And I was also trying to figure out if I was gonna be tiny or human size. So I was thinking maybe I could do like a little shrimp form with bug eyes, and then that could be like a chibi model of some sort. And then I would have normal eyes in my regular model. But then I also tried the bug eyes on my regular model just for fun. And I look very much like an alien. Hence the alien. Sunder, it's an invert gang says... if an invert gang says eat your own kind, not friends. I'm sorry. Little shrimp leggies, yeah. I love little shrimp leggies. I feel like if I wasn't a shrimp VTuber, I would be something with at least 3 arms, probably at least 4. I'm into like multiple arms. That's really like a fun thing. So I made sure to include little shrimp leggies on my design, and it's also in the shrimp design I have right now. It's not moving, but it should be moving. My mouth is like agape right now because I'm constantly talking. Huh. I don't know why it's not closing. My mouth does close, or it should. Millipede Centaur VTuber, oh my god. I'm also like, I'm really into the whole look of like centaur things, of like half human on top, half literally anything else. I love like that as a thing. Like the post you made the other day, Sunder, with the art you commissioned, with like the centaur ant. Very cool. Many legs is good for running and wearing thigh highs. I need thigh highs for my little legs, yes. As in we others of our own kind, rather than you and Wony eating me. Ah, yes, that makes more sense. You will not be eaten, don't worry. I don't eat bugs anyway, I mostly eat seafood. I've been branching out a little bit more now that I'm on the surface. But like when I was in the seagrass meadows, I was only eating seafood. Seafood and seagrass. That's like the staple of our diet. We had seagrass with everything. Centaurs are great, Wony. You're right. Okay, what's next? Ad break. Ad time. Have you considered that there are a whole lot of shrimp VTubers named Evie? Have you considered it? These are just a few of them. I think this is maybe all of the EN ones. I was looking it up last night. I'm pretty sure these are the only EN shrimp VTubers named Evie. Ushio Ebi is great. She streams on YouTube, and she does a lot of Minecraft content. I saw one of her streams where she played Minecraft, but she had like commands to basically set TNT where she was standing every like 3 seconds. So she was trying her best not to die constantly, and it wasn't working very well. So her name is Evie. Then we also have Evie with 2 eyes. This is actually a design that someone is like not using right now. They have 2 accounts, Noira and Ebinoi, because they have 2 models, and they were like, oh, I kind of want to use both. Right now you're only using Noira, I think, or Noi. I'm not sure if her full name is Noira or not. It probably is. So right now she's on Noira, and she's using Noi as her like VTuber persona. But Evie is like a backup, I guess. And she's very cute. She's based on Shrimp Tempura. Evie 10 Shrimp, they're shrimp twins. They're super cute. They do like streaming content together. And one of them's named Evie. So those are all my shrimp pies. They were all Evie before I was, like while I was designing my own Evie. And then more recently we also have Evie Chu. She started like, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago? Not too long. I'm not even sure if she's done streams yet. But she has her model, and it's super cute. So yeah, there's lots of Evies out there. Yeah, that's a lot of shrimp. Yeah, Ikaido. Ebichu is so cute. Two eyes? Huh? Who has 2 eyes? I think they all have 2 eyes, don't they? But yes, so that was the short ad break. And also, consider the fact that I was also naming myself Ebi for a while, and I was kind of freaking out about this. There were so many Ebi, and I was like really excited to be Ebi. I was like really bonded to the name, but I kind of realized that it couldn't be me. Like, there were too many to stand out, and I wanted to try something different. So, in comes my new design. This is where I like really hit my stride. I discovered the Hippolyte enormus, which is this beautiful little green shrimp down here. And they gender change, they swap genders by eating. Let me see if I can point. This thing right here, coconus. It's this algae that like facilitates their gender change. And so it turns out like all shrimp are born males and turn into females. That's just like how they go. Josh fight 2, yes, only one Ebi can stand. I don't even know how many Ebis there are in like JPV2ing. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more, because I know there's definitely other shrimp. But like I just kind of limited it to EN because there were already 4 of them. That's a few to talk about. But yeah, so this is kind of where I hit my stride with my design. It finally like became me. Trans legend shrimp. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal for me to it was kind of a big deal to me to include some sort of trans allegory of some sort, because if you don't know, I am trans AF, trans rights. And I want that to be like, I want to be a good trans role model. Canon trans shrimp, yeah! So, yeah, I started transitioning like a handful of years ago. I was on the surface before I started transitioning. I came on the surface like 6 years ago, but I only started transitioning like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe? Question mark? It depends on like when you consider transitioning to be. Because like I was thinking about it long before I was like actually out there as as Nori. I got to pick my name. That's part of the lore too. And another thing I realized is that I could have green hair if I was a green shrimp. I'm kind of like really into green hair. Green hair is so cute. Some great examples are these two, Gumi and Bryony. I like love both of them. Their designs are so good. Like as soon as I saw Bryony's reveal, I was like, oh my god, I love her. So gay for her. I'm very trans and very gay. Wow, I know so many trans VTubers. I know, VTubing is like the perfect way to like express your transness. Express yourself as like who you want to be. I really love that. Like that's one of my favorite things about how like VTubing works, is that you get to like design a persona that's you from the ground up to be you. And I just feel like that's like such an incredibly personal experience to be able to just like design yourself again. Because why not? No one's stopping you. I feel like I know so many trans VTubers too, and I love it. It's so nice. I love seeing so many trans people out there. So my name. I put a lot of work into this name. Legally, I think my name is still going to be Mizunori Kokona. But, like, I'm shortening it for now. Like, what's the word? For, like, my branding. It's shortened to Nori Kokona. Because Mizunori is just so long and so much. And everyone would shorten it to Mizu, and, like, that's, like, the last thing I want to be called out of all of this. So I ended up just, like, cutting it, and I was like, whoa, that feels so much lighter. I love it. I'm considering changing my, like, handle to something maybe a bit more memorable. But for now, for a while, it's Nori Kokona. But how the name works is that Mizu is, like, a very common Japanese prefix for a surname, and it means water. And then Nori is, it's this stuff right here. It's dried seaweed that you use in, like, sushi and stuff. So my surname is just water seaweed. And since I'm a seagrass shrimp, it works really well. Dorito Kokona. It's perfect. I love it. We can all go now. Like, that's peak. I've peaked. And then Kokona. So you might think it's because coconut shrimp, but it was actually absolutely not. Fun fact, I hate coconut. I'm really not into it. And I don't really like the nickname Coco. No one's ever called me Coco, I don't think. But fun fact, I don't really like that. But Kokona? I really love Kokona. Kokona is such a cute name. And the main reason that I picked Kokona, besides the fact that I already loved it in the first place, was because this stuff is called Kokonus. And so, like, it's already pretty much there. I just had to kind of twist the name a little bit, and there is Kokona. The guard will have to drag me out of here. I'm sorry. Your names are too powerful. You've got to go. So yeah, that was pretty much how my new name came to be. And I feel like I don't see people named Kokona. Like, I feel like I don't see... Boney. Did you get it? You got it. Flip Flappers. Yeah, Kokona from Flip Flappers is the only time I've ever heard, like, anyone be Kokona. And, like, I fell in love with that name after watching Flip Flappers. Like, they said it so much and it's so cute. So you want me to call you Lime in the Coconut Nut? Thunder. Ant. How could you do this? I'm already basically lime colored anyway. But yeah, the name comes... The reason I, like, discovered the name was from Flip Flappers. That's, like, such a cute anime. I still don't get it. I want to rewatch it to try to figure out if I can get it, because it's so confusing. But it's a good time. I'm assuming you guys are all following, but I actually set my follow notification noise to Papika yelling Kokona, and it's really cute. Actually, I can launch a fake notification if you guys want. It's really cute. Streamlabs dashboard. I'm pretty sure I can do this while I'm streaming, right? I can just, like, send myself a fake follow notification? How's that work? I think you can like automatically do that in slobs. Ah, there it is. Thank you for following, Ikaido. Isn't that so cute though? It's such a good sound effect. I have like the whole list of all the times it's been said, and I'm gonna clip a whole bunch of them and use them for sound effects. Okay. This finally loaded, but thank you for that. I'm gonna do it one more time. Heck yeah! That's so cute. Okay. Didn't unfollow follow. I was always curious if that actually worked. Because like I feel like people could like spam that. I didn't actually get the notification, so it might actually like block that from happening so people don't spam them. Also, how dare you unfollow me, Wony? The other thing with my name though is I also picked kanji. The first one is it's just water. It's Mizu. And then the two after that are the kanji for nori. Like specifically the dried seaweed kind of nori. I think that's like the only nori. But then kokona is the kanji I picked. Together mean coral and shore. So it's like water, seaweed, coral, shore, and it's very, very beachy, very mermaid, very cute. I haven't even used the kanji for anything, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to, but that was something I spent like a stupid amount of time trying to figure out, so there it is. What else though? This is kind of funny. Another part of my design that I was like debating for a hot minute was to have like my tertiary theme be mitochondria. Powerhouse of the cell. Because mitochondria kind of already looks like coconuts. And I really want to be like high energy. So I felt like a powerhouse cell was like, it worked. It could have been a thing. And everyone knows what mitochondria is. I had to hear that good anime girl yell, yes, it's very cute. I love the compilation of every single time Paprika yells Cocona's name. I found it last night and I was like clipping through it and it's so good. Hearing that name so often like really made me fall in love with the name Kokona. Another thing about the name is I feel like a lot of people, they say Kokona. So like they say Coco and then like a little gap and then na. Whereas the actual pronunciation that I go for is Kokona, which is like ko and then a little gap and then kona. That's like stupidly specific. But fun fact, that's how I pronounce it. And I feel like most people don't. So there we go. Kokona. It's a very cute name. So yeah, I was like for a hot minute, I was thinking about having mitochondria be like part of my theming. It didn't last very long because it didn't really go anywhere. But it was an idea. A very dumb idea. What else though? What's next? Oh, and I also, if I can go back, I also experimented with, oh no, it's so laggy. I also experimented with like a nice long neck in this design down in the bottom right. I feel like some of my favorite design choices, like I have some very specific design choices that I like in character design. One of them is like a very doll-like long neck. I feel like that's cool. And another one I have is like putting the knees like way higher than they should be. I don't know why how I came across that. Like I feel like I haven't seen it anywhere. Maybe I have and I'm just like not remembering. But like I feel like it looks really cool and I'm really into it. So like that's kind of something I do in my character design sometimes. And I definitely tried to include both of those in my final design. I think I might like extend my neck a tiny little bit from like the final model I have in this presentation. But it's very close to where I want it to be. Stream makes laptop go brr. Yeah, it's like, it's whirling right now. It's also charging, so it's like probably heating up a whole bunch. But actually, speaking of, switching to OBS has been like a lifesaver. It took like a solid week to figure out like all the stuff, and I'm still not fully set up. Like I still want to follow like the labels thing. Stream labels is what it's called. For OBS, you can download like a separate software to do it. But I still have to set that up to show like, oh, this is my last follower. But it's been way better on my computer than Streamlabs was. Like literally, I have my web browser up right now, and my computer is okay. It's surviving. It's very cool. I switched away from the Opera gaming browser. That thing. It was like I checked and it was like destroying my memory, I think. One of them. And so I switched to Firefox and it was like so much better. So now I'm using that and we're gonna see how it goes. Right now it's been, knock on wood, it's been very good. So I think I can actually use my browser on stream now. It was exciting, it opens up so much. Though I still kind of have to work around computer stuff. Like, I can't... What's the word? I can't do, like, a lot of gaming stuff until I commit to a computer and buy one and actually get it set up. But for now, I have some ideas for streaming without an actual computer. Okay, what's next though? This was like the design I presented as. It took a while to get here. And then there was this one VTuber, Tyra. She's a dinosaur. She like found me in a VTuber's chat and she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna shout you out. She kind of like did it without warning. And I was like, oh my god, I need to like make my account right now. I think that was the night that Shiose did her debut stream. Yeah, that was the night. And I made like the account that night, I think. And so it was like kind of scuffed. Like it wasn't fully set up. But over the next couple weeks, I like got to this design. And this was what I was going with for a while. It is very cute. I give it that. But it's not like... It's not fully me. Like, I don't see Mizunori and think, oh, that's me. I feel like it's just a little bit off. Even though, like, parts of her are more me. Like, the little antenna things, legitimately, like, I have those. Like, my hair is dumb and doesn't like to go back, so, like, I have those little things over my ears. I feel like my VTuber design is, like, so much trying to get myself to work than it is to, like, make an ideal version of myself. Even though it is a little bit about making an ideal version of myself. Naughty computers, go to the VTuber stream room. You can get pretty good secondhand computers if your requirements are okay for streaming, and it can be cheaper to buy a used one. Good to know. Yeah, I've been researching a lot. The whole graphics card thing, it's rough. But we'll see. I've done a lot of research at this point, so I think I just kind of need to commit for the most part. And like, I want to talk to people and like see if they think what I'm gonna go with is good. We'll see. I kind of need to pick stuff out and then talk to people and then commit. That's the plan. but it's kind of been on hold since I've been like setting up OBS and this whole stream. Yeah, Sunder, that's the Nori I met. And then one day she was Thanos snapped. She was. One day I just kind of like took her down from everything. Because like I've never said this because I was trying to figure out like the best way to describe it. But I feel like the only way I can really describe it is like dysphoria. Sorry. I feel like I wasn't like happy enough with the design and it was like it felt off. And I felt like the closest feeling to what I was having was dysphoria with my design, which is like a terrible thing, I feel like, to say. But it was just like, it didn't feel like me. And I couldn't continue streaming with it because it like didn't feel like me and I didn't want to like continue streaming with it. So I took the break and I Thanos snapped my old design. And it did give me time to like really work on stuff because I've iterated through this too. Like there's still like half of the presentation to go. Maybe like a third of the presentation. There's more to go. Heads up, lag from chat to stream is about 2 minutes. Oh wow, good to know. Kill your doppelganger. Nori time travels to kill her past self. I wonder if that's like... Because I see everything live on my computer. Like as soon as it pops up on my chat, it pops up on the screen too. That's kind of weird. I'm not getting any like notifications about delays, but I don't know how OBS handles that. But good to know you're all a little bit behind. Okay. Time for the new designs, though. I think most of these you guys haven't seen either, because it was kind of like stuff I was doing in the background while I was like in my rebranding phase. I messed around with the shrimp tail some more, and I really wanted to fix the hair. The hair was not working. The shrimp tail is great, and it was iconic, but the issue with the shrimp tail is that like if you looked at it from the back, it didn't make any sense. Like I really tried to make sure that my design would work from all angles, and it really wasn't working from all angles. It was basically just working from forward facing, and that was it. And I was like, God, if I try to rig this, like it literally will not work. It will look bad. So I ended up like cutting it and trying out like just a straight ponytail. And I tried some like more dynamic designs. I am pretty happy with the one all the way on the right. It's very cute. I like how I have like the ribbons in my hair. And then I also like pulled from the this little thing, the little Nori hair tie. It got pulled into here on like one of these ribbons. And so I was like very asymmetrical. I had that dark hair, that hair piece, and then I also had a dark shoe and a light shoe. Because I don't get why people on the surface like dress with like the same thing on both legs. It's silly. Like you have 2 legs, why don't you use them for different things? I had a tail for so long, and I would have killed to have 2 things to decorate. So a lot of you guys are just, you're really just missing out. It might be like with Zenith, where you were streaming in real time, but the drops and whatnot meant messages were received very late. Got it. I'm gonna like, let me close out of some things and make sure that that helps. Oh no, I don't have a lot to close out of. That's it, like, that's it. I closed in my browser. Let's hope that does something. Having loose hair can look really nice in live 2D. I like the change. I liked the change a lot. Good to know. Yeah, I feel like my hair was very tight, like, to my head, and it wasn't really gonna do a lot of moving. So yeah, I messed with like more dynamic stuff, but also those ribbons, like they really did not work from like a forward-facing live 2D angle. So they had to go like relatively quickly. I thought they would work really well and look really cute, but I just could not get them to work at all. And then the hair, like the bump in the front, I feel like it was very inspired by the hairstyle that Adora has in She-Ra in the Netflix one. I really like that like hair bump with the ponytail. That was how I like, that was like the first way I styled my hair as a girl. Yeah, that's it. I like it. It's cute. It's great. And so that ended up getting into the final design. What's next though? Then I went and worked on a reference sheet. No, I didn't. No. Here's another design first. There's so much. I worked on so many designs over the last 7 months. Yes, and it's a good show. The last season is so gay. I was very here for it. Okay, so this is another Nori. This one was really about fixing the hair, really getting it to work from any angle and look cute. This is where I finally figured out that I could turn like that hair bump into a shrimp. And then I was like, damn, well now I don't even need a shrimp ponytail because I just have shrimp on the top of my head. And it's like, it's subtle. It's not like very obvious that it's not very obvious that it's a shrimp. But it is if you look really, if you squint, it kind of looks like shrimp. So I'm really happy that it's like, it's subtle enough to do that, but also look like normal hair. Nyreen reminds you of Entrapta Ant. I didn't even think about that. But she absolutely does. They both have like such a chaotic energy. I love it. I feel like Nyreen's energy is like, I aspire to have that much energy, but I also know that like that's kind of not me. I feel like sometimes I'm like there, but I'm really never at the level that Nyreen is. She is chaotic. And it's great. I like get so much energy from watching her streams. It's very empowering. It's a very good time. I loved the Monster Prom stream last night. I wasn't in the chat because I was working on this presentation a whole lot. I was super busy, but it was a great stream. I love Monster Prom. It's so fun. I've never played it, but I've seen VTubers play it, and it's a great time. Okay, another thing about this design is, if you look really closely, I have these little, flowers. They're like little meadow flowers. Yeah, I was like going with a theming of meadows, because I come from the Seagrass Meadows, like that's the name of my, like, home place. And so I was kind of like, oh, I should kind of like lean into that. I'm a meadow maid. And I added like these cute little meadow flowers to my hair, because I like having flowers in my hair. And I actually didn't get a chance. Those and the green freckles were both things that I wanted to try in my design and didn't get to. So I might end up trying them, but they're not in the design I have right now. Who won that, by the way? I had to dive after a bit because Sleepy Bug. Sun won? Oh my god. Nyreen must have been pissed. Yeah, I had to leave. I feel like I didn't get a chance to say bye, but it was a good time while I was there. Okay, next design though. Now I worked on the reference sheet. I feel like the core of my body turned out pretty well. I was like pretty happy with it. And I had my main pose was like the Gynax pose, because I'm a huge Trigger fan. But I like couldn't get the clothing to work. I couldn't figure out what I wanted my clothing to be. And then I was kind of like This art style isn't, like, good enough. I don't know, it didn't hit right. It was okay, but it really wasn't good. It wasn't, like, it didn't feel like me, if that makes sense. So I never, like, got further than this. I tried really hard. And I feel like the shape of the body was pretty good. But that's like all I got. That's all I got. I tried my best. But the new design is like, I feel like it's very different. And it's great. Yes, powerful pose. Powerful poses are important. Giving off a powerful aura is everything. I did like a little change in my design that like made my power like 10 times stronger. I'll explain it when I get there, but I'm really happy that I made like that tiny little change because I had been doing the same thing in every model I was doing. And I didn't think to like change it because it was something hard to work on. And only a couple days ago, actually, like maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I tried it with the new style and I was like, oh god, I am so powerful. I love this. I give off a lot of energy and I'm so excited for it. I will be right back though. I need to run to the bathroom. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch to the starting screen because I don't have a waiting screen. Bye bye! Pals, I'm back! How are you doing? How's the presentation so far? If I could redeem, I would redeem a hydrate. Thank you, Ant. You're free to just say hydrate. I've been drinking this entire time though. I need to keep, like, since I'm out of the ocean, like I need so much moisture. So I'm constantly drinking every time I'm streaming. You just can't really hear it because I use a straw. That's like, that comes from like my lore. The deal is, the way I grow the tail again is if I get really wet. Because it's like a reflex, so that I don't drown. So if I get water on me, I grow the tail. It kind of like, over the years I've gotten better at it because like since it is a reflex you can kind of train it out of you. But like if I jump into a pool, like I will grow the tail. I'm not that strong. But like early on when I was on the surface, like any water was an issue. Like I would just take a sip of water and it would get on my lips and I would grow a tail. And it was rough. So I like had to get used to drinking with straws. And so now I'm just used to drinking with straws. That's what I do. This music boppin' though. Yeah, this music is from a shutdown card game called Zenenzard. It's great. I'm very sad that the game is shut down. I missed the closure. I tried to log in like a month after it closed and it was like, oh hey, we're gone. But I downloaded all the music. And this one is like such a bop. This made this game for me. Won't he? Like the H2O show? Yeah. Yeah. H2O was like such a driving force in my personality. Like, real talk, that and H2O and Kiki's Delivery Service. Those two shows are like cornerstones of my trans identity, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like those were the way I like reacted to those shows were like signs. Kind of. I don't know. I really wanted to be a mermaid. I literally had an H2O themed birthday party. Fun fact. And like ever since I was like young, I really wanted to be a mermaid and I really wanted to be a witch. So like another VTuber idea could have been a witch. Witch with multiple arms would be fun. The game shut down is sad, but the music is mine now. Yeah. The other thing I've been doing is, over the past month, like, I have studied like content creation and streaming stuff so much. Like, too much. Like, to the point where I'm like freaked out to like start again. I feel like I was like too serious about it, if that made sense. Like I was very stressed out before now. Like I'm good now. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I was a little stressed. That show is good. I want that gender now. Yeah. Wait, hold on. My first thought. So one of the things with music and royalty-free stuff is that technically game music isn't royalty-free, but since you're generally, like, since game streaming is like so synonymous with Twitch and stuff like that, they can't like ban people from playing game music because they're playing the games. And so we don't really have AI right now that's smart enough to tell when you're using the audio while you're playing the game, or if you're just using the audio as a background. So for the most part, you're free to use a lot of like game soundtracks without being at risk of copyright claim. For the most part. Sorry, catching up on the chat. That show is good. I want that gender now. Yeah, so I feel like part of me was like, okay, witches are girls, right? Like there's witches and wizards. Witches are girls. So I wanted to be a witch. Like even though I was like a guy at that point, I was like, I want to be a witch. Like you will not call me a wizard, I'm a witch. And also with mermaids, like it's mermaids and mermen. And like I was always adamant that I was a mermaid and not a merman. And like those should have been big fucking signs. And I did not realize. Wait, was H2O the mermaid show? I only ever saw commercials for it when I was a kid. Yeah, Kaido, it was the mermaid show. It's an Australian show, actually, about these three girls that, when they touch water, they become mermaids. And that's, like, the basic synopsis. I feel like the first season is, like, peak H2O. I rewatched it recently, actually. The first season is, like, peak H2O. And then everything after that isn't, like, that great. And then Emma left, and Emma was my favorite. Oh no, is stream being weird? Does anyone hear me at all? Twitch is actively retaliating against me. Oh no. I think it crashed. Gonna send it in the chat and see if anyone sees or hears me. Your list is offline for me. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming and then restart. Hello! I don't know if anyone can still hear me or see me, but I am live once again. Haven't abandoned you yet. Thank you, Ant. So let's see. I closed out of Discord. There we go. Okay, it's working. Cool. And we're probably not 2 minutes behind. Love that. That'll be nice for the end since we're gonna have big reveals. We're alive once more. Yes. Bless up. Okay, so my little shrimp. Actually, let me just like delete that. How do I do that? Oh yeah, okay, delete that. Because I'm not even gonna use it anymore. Discord voice, hippity hoppity, your RAM is my property. Yeah, especially because I run like a server in the background where I'm like in the voice chat. And then it reads the voice chat and that's what tells my little PNG to move. Necromancy. While you were dead, I had a stupid idea. Necromancy. Stupider than necromancy. Oh, what is it? Okay, but yeah, I closed up Discord because I was like live in the chat to like have my model move, and I don't even know if it was moving even. So we're not gonna worry about that. Not gonna worry about it. Maybe in the far future, for you, me, and Woney could do Monster Prom. Yes! Oh my god. That would be so much fun. I'm ready to collab. I say as I'm not ready to collab, like I don't have a computer. A good computer to play games. But that would be great. I was actually thinking, I had this like really dumb joke today about collabing. But then I was like, oh, do I want to say that? Because then people will legitimately come to me and be like, let's collab. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, I cannot. The joke was, Glob Go Gab collab. That fucking dumb video. The Glob Go Gab collab. However you say it. But yeah, let's get back to the presentation. My dumb PowerPoint. I feel like I've had so much fun working on a PowerPoint. I haven't had to make a PowerPoint in so long. And I feel like I really like making dumb PowerPoints. Okay, let's go though. Artstyle Breeeak. I was like not having fun with the reference sheet. So I took a break and I was kind of like, I really need to consider my art style. Because I'm not like in love with my art style. And it's like everyone's art style is like the same kind of anime stuff. And I really kind of want to stand out. So I started like really looking at some of the art styles that really impact me. And they kind of like, they trended a certain way. So we're gonna look at a couple of them. This is one I found recently. Deluxe has some really cute designs. Their main one is like this little monster girl that's like all pink and melty. And apparently there's a ton of... what's the word? There's like line stickers of her and stuff. Like, very cool that they have like line stickers. But they have a really good sense for character design. And this like simple style is something that really spoke to me. And she has a really nice long neck. And that was something I liked too. Another one is Sontal00. I didn't actually know what their account was until recently when I was like trying to find the credit for them. And apparently they're deactivated. It's super sad, but they have like incredibly cute character designs. And their designs are like even more chibi. But they have really good They have like a really good design sense as well of like creating characters from concepts, if that makes sense. So that was another thing that really influenced me, and I really liked this one specifically with the ponytail. Cause like her ponytail is like ramen. Her whole body is like, her whole design is like kind of ramen-y. There it is, like the character design from an object, if that makes sense. I feel like that's like a chunk of their designs is that. But that was something that I thought was really cute. And like their style influenced me. Another one is Me OUUUT. I really love their designs. Like they're also very stylized. Long necks. But they do like more robotic stuff. And I'm a huge fan of most of their design work. This is the one that I like love the most. It's based off just like a train, but it's so cute. It's so cute. But I also really liked how like the hair is like shapes, if that makes sense. Like it's all very shapey. If that makes sense. They have really cute character designs though, and that was like another big influence on me. But the biggest one was I Can Fry Day by Day, which is this anime short that the animation style is super cute. It's very like half chibi, if that makes sense. Like I feel like that was the style that I was like trending towards. Was like a little bit cheeky. Chibi, not cheeky. A little chibi, but like still relatively full-sized. I was experimenting with the structure of like their character design because I was referencing the character design, the Bible for that short, because there's like a lot of, what's the word? They have like a lot of really good explanations of how their character design style works. And so I was referencing like the number of heads high like the body was and stuff like that, and I ended up like, I'm taller than that. Like I didn't copy the style one for one, but like I feel like it was a pretty large influence on where my style ended up going. It's a very good short though. I recommend checking it out. It's weird, but it's a fun time, and you'll be confused by the end, but you might have had a good time. Oh, cute! It gives me Gatchaman crowd vibes. Gatchaman crowds is another like huge influence of mine. I listen to the Gatchaman crowds OST like constantly. Like literally, I'm listening to some of those songs like almost every day. It's so good. I haven't even seen Gatchaman crowds in like years now, but I still love it so much. And I love the little like triangle bird mouths they do. I was like trying to incorporate that into my design at one point. I was like, I really love this, and like it's a cute callback, but I couldn't get it to work with me. It didn't like fit me. Also, Ant, what do you mean by concept art in all caps? I really love Gatchaman crowds though. It's very, very good. I kind of want to rewatch it. Gatchaman! The theme is so good. I love it. I would play it, but that could get taken down. They have a theme actually just like this background theme though. And it's great. Like they have, it has like some of the same music sensibility to it. Okay, what's next though? I think I'm almost done. Let's see. So, I went back to my character, my reference sheet. You were looking for a word. Oh, okay. It might have been. I don't even remember anymore. Shrimp braid and too small. So I was on the reference sheet, and I was like kind of like messing with the styles. I was like trying to find a style. that would like look cute. And then I kind of just made this one. And I was like, oh no, she's amazing. And so that's where I was like, okay, my style needs to change, my look needs to change. And like I committed to that, and then I made my full model. And I think we're here. Shrimp pals. Whoosh. It's the silhouette. Oh, hold on, hold on. I gotta change the music. There we go. Kinda gonna do that over again. I was really proud of this effect. Oh no. Where is it? There we go. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was... Thank you, Anne. It was totally the delay. It wasn't me forgetting that I had music for this. But that's my silhouette. I'm excited. So I think you can tell that I've got a ponytail. And I've got legs. I've got shoes. I've got clothing. I really do. I have clothing now. It's great. So let's go. Let's reveal some. Shoes. I have mismatched shoes. I'm a big fan of like mismatched like leg stuff. I don't have socks right now. I might experiment with it, but I feel like I probably won't. But I have mismatched shoes. That's a thing. I feel like the shoes might change a little bit. They kind of like... I don't know. I want something that's like simplified. Another thing I wanted for my design was that it would be like something I could animate one day. Because I have this like stupid ambition to like make an anime intro opening of some sort for myself. Like that would be so fun. But I'm like not at the point where I can actually do that. So it's like a very, very, very long off goal. But I want my design to be something that's like simple enough to animate. I didn't want it to be like an overcomplicated VTuber because I feel like a lot of VTuber designs start falling into the realm of like really overcomplicated. And I wanted to kind of stay away from that. Just because I want my design to be like simple and recognizable and animatable and like not falling into that same overcomplicated VTuber design trend. Is it meant to give off sushi vibes with the strap? Nope. I'm pretty strappy. I like straps a lot. So like I think that was where it came from. Initially the shoes didn't have the strap. The strap kind of got like added in post. I was like, oh, it would be cool if I had like a strap here. And then I kind of realized they looked a lot like Sonic's shoes. So I might change it. But yeah, the strap was kind of like a last minute thing. What's next? It's my legs. My knees are really high. My legs go a little bit higher, a little bit more, but my knees are like relatively high. That was something I wanted to make sure was in my design. I also have like knee pad, knee guard things because I'm sporty. And I have a little green band-aid to show that I'm energetic and sporty. And to also kind of like pull that yellow-green throughout my design a little bit more. Legs, yeah! I do have those sometimes. For the most part, I have legs right now, since I've been on the surface for a while. Right now I'm stationed on our embassy, where it's like, we're close to the meadows, but it's people from the meadows, shrimp mermaids from the meadows, I guess. Not people? Question mark. But like, where we can go to like kind of have a bit more of a surface life. So yeah, for the most part, right now I have legs, but I still can have the tail. Next up, I got shorts. Cute little red shorts. I feel like it needs more shadowing, but that was kind of like... The red was in there with one of my first designs. Not one of my first designs, one of the first ones that I was like showing off. There was like red in it. And so that kind of continued through into this design. But it was also kind of inspired by like lifeguard outfits, where you have like short red shorts, because that's very beachy and very sporty. And that was like the vibes I'm trying to give off. There we go. The music is looping. But the other thing I did, this is the thing I changed, the little thing. Instead of having my hands like out a little bit, I balled them into fists, and that gave me so much more power. I'm really happy with it. I feel like it gives off like a completely different vibe, but in a good way. Next up, it's my top. I've got a seaweed top. That's like straps of seaweed under there. And then I've got a sporty jacket with a big collar. I'm really happy with this. And I have this tiny little strap of seaweed on my right arm, and it makes me feel things. I feel like it's so cute. And there was a character design I was working on like ages ago that had like something sort of like that. And I feel like it's the perfect callback to that, because that character was kind of like a self-insert, basically, to something I was making, like, for myself anyway. It wasn't, like, inserting into something. It was my own story. But looking back, it was like a dumb self-insert character with no personality. Is anyone else getting lag, or is it just the thunderstorm? Did it crash again? Oh no! Oh no. Does anyone see or hear me? We'll see. Oh, why is my computer like this? Says you're offline for me. Alright. We're gonna stop it again. Hello? Is it working? Gambare laptop? Laptop's on. It says I'm streaming, so we'll see. I kinda wanna check I'm gonna check on my phone and see if it's like working. That's part. It doesn't say I'm live. Oh, question mark? Am I live? I don't... Hello? Okay, cool. Oh, I don't know why this is working so badly. Do I need to rethink streaming again? I hear the key. Thank you. I'm glad I sound cute. I am cute. What am I saying? Okay, I guess we should probably, like, wrap this up. I think you guys want to see my face anyway. Where were we? Shoes. Legs. Shorts. Jacket. Oh, I'm really happy with this jacket, though. Okay. Let's go. My face. Here we go. There I am. Oh, I'm so happy with it. Oh, it's so cute. I'm a big fan of how it turned out. Thank you. Thank you. It's gonna be so cute when it's animated too. I really wanted to... And it is me. This really feels like me, and I'm really happy. I'm so happy. I'm really excited. I feel like it's gonna be relatively easy to animate. Like, it's live 2D, it's gonna be tough, but I'm excited to do it. I feel like there's not like a whole bunch to move. And so I feel like I can like focus more on like making things really expressive. But we'll see. I'm really happy. It's very cute. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I don't think I had anything after this. We did have questions. I can pull up the questions. Here's what I can do. Oh, whoa. I can use my scroll wheel for PowerPoint? The more you know. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the PowerPoint. Okay, yeah, we'll do questions. I'm gonna pull them up on my phone. That way it doesn't kill my computer, and we're gonna turn off PowerPoint. Okay, so 1 second. My mouse is gone. Where are you? Okay. PowerPoint's going off. And we're gonna switch back to the scene where there has just like an empty hole there. And I'm gonna bring in... Huh. I'm pretty sure I had... I thought I had my picture. Trim? No. Oh, I guess I didn't put it in there. What the heck? Okay, well, there's no me right now. Time to pull up the questions, though. What was the first question that was asked? Can you beat VTuber Queen Irene in a fight? That's a great question. I think the answer is pretty obviously no. Because she is strong. Her teeth, she bite. I feel like I would not stand up against her. She's just like also, she's been committed to, what's the word? She's been like fierce forever. Whereas where I come from, we're all very passive and quiet. Wow, I wonder who sent in that one. I wonder who. Legitimately, I don't know. I kind of thought it was Ant at first, but who knows? It might be Queen Irene. But yeah, I think she would win. Even though I could maybe put up a little bit of a fight, she's definitely in the position where she would win. Next question, are you shrimp-sized or human-sized? That's a great question, and it was something that I was having trouble figuring out as well for the longest time. Ah, there I am. I don't know if you can see that. I'm assuming you guys can see that. I'm gonna shrink myself. And you're finally gonna see me. I'm gonna be here. So, human-sized or shrimp-sized? Human-sized. When we're born, we're actually like real small. So we are kind of like shrimp-sized when we're born. But generally we're like human-sized once we're adults. So that is how it goes. There I am. Perfect. Okay. For now, that's what we got. Big shrimp hair. Yeah, I made it real big, so I wanted it to like stand out. Was it you, Ant? It's a good question. So yes, human-sized. How do shrimp mermaids differ from regular mermaids? I feel like the biggest difference is that a lot of mermaids, their joint, like their knee joint area, technically not knee, but like that thing, it folds so that the bottom part of their limbs folds towards their back. That's hard to explain, but for shrimp mermaids, for a lot of us, it's the other way around. So it's kind of like if my knees were flipped the other way, and my legs could fold like up towards the front of my body. It's kind of uncomfortable to think about. But I feel like that's one of the biggest differences, is just like, that's the structure of the tail is a little different. We also have the exoskeleton. A lot of mermaids are like, their ancestry is closer to like fish and sharks and whales and stuff. So they have bones and they have skin and they have cartilage and stuff. But I have an exoskeleton on my tail. So while I do have bones on like my upper body, the exoskeleton is mostly what keeps my lower body when I have the tail intact. So those are like the main differences. And then also when we're young, we're really small. We're like shrimp-sized. We grow pretty fast. But that is typically how it works. Next question. This one was specifically from Sunder, not anonymously. Why are you so damn cute? It's hard work and perseverance. That's it. I've worked hard to be cute. It's hard when you're not born cute. I feel like I was not cute when I was young, but I'm very cute now. And it's hard work and dedication. It really is. And then also with my design, it's 7 months of hard design work before you can finally say, oh, that's me, and it's cute. Okay, next question. What is your most useless and most valuable skills? I love this question. Sorry. Talking is like, it's a lot on my throat. Okay. Most useless and valuable skills. I really like this question. It's a really, really good question. I feel like most useless is whistling. I spent like days trying to figure out my answers to this. Because I was reading these questions in advance to make sure I had answers. Or at least knew what I was going up against. I feel like for useless, it's whistling. Because there's not a lot you can do with whistling. But I'm good at whistling. I feel like the reaction to whistling is either like, oh hey, you're really good at that. Or, can you stop that? Like, don't be so annoying. Please stop whistling. So at best, you get like a compliment. And at worst, you get people telling you to like stop what you're doing. And you don't really get like a lot out of it otherwise. So I feel like it's whistling is the most useless skill. That's the word, useless. I'm also like, I feel like I'm good at freestyle whistling, if that makes sense. Like I can just, if I hear like a verse or two of a song, I can just start like chiming in with like an accompanying track to it very quickly. Like I don't even need to hear the full song, I'm just like in. And then if you like just give me time to whistle, like I can just come up with, a lot of times it's just like mashing songs together in my head, and I just like whistle straight. How do you even say this? Like I just like make music on the spot. Freestyle. I should probably like, I guess I should like whistle to show you, to prove to you guys I can whistle. If you want. But to answer the second part, my most valuable skill, I feel like that might be... I feel like a lot of my skills are I don't feel like confident in them completely. Like, I feel like I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm not like good at a lot of things. So I feel like one of my skills is that I can just pick up on new things pretty quickly, and I'm good at a lot of things. Or I'm like passable at a lot of things, which is helpful. So like I can fill a lot of roles, even though I don't feel like I'm like super good at any one thing. And last question. You won't eat us, right? Yes, I won't eat you. I eat mostly seaweed and seafood back where I'm from. I've been experimenting with more on the surface. I know I mentioned that earlier. But I definitely don't eat bugs. At least right now. And I don't eat friends. You guys are friends. So you can trust that you are safe with me. So I guess I should show off whistling, and then I guess we can like end the stream. I don't know if there's much more to do than that. Maybe should I lower the music? Or I can just whistle to the music. No bug diet. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of bugs under the surface. I didn't really grow up on bugs. I mean, shrimp and crustaceans are kind of like bugs, but they're like one step removed. Okay, whistling though. I need to like get in the zone. See, I'm so good. That's a joke. I silenced the music, but it kept looping. And so I got tripped up. Yeah, I can whistle. Yeah, like if I just have time to freestyle whistle, I can go for like forever. Okay. That's some whistling. I don't know how that sounded, but I should turn on music again. It's too quiet here. There we go. I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty confident in my whistling skills. I'd like to do like I would like to do a whistling karaoke stream. That would be fun. I whistle so much. I've had practice for forever. Like you learn pretty early on. Now hydrate before you dehydrate. Yes. Thank you. I am actually. I literally haven't put down my water in like forever. I'm constantly drinking it. But yeah, when you're like, when you're under the water and you, what's the word? Like whales and stuff like that, they like sing. You kind of like pick up things, and that's where I like learned to whistle. And it translated really well on the surface. Like it sounds completely different underwater. For like obvious reasons, it's like vibrating through water. But it was very easy to like convert that skill into whistling up here. And then I've been practicing for a long time once I got to the surface too, because it took a little while to translate it so it sounded right. But I think it sounds pretty good now. Okay. I think that's it though. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm really happy to finally show myself off. I think I might have to reconsider streaming before I get before I get a computer. I'll probably have to like try to expedite that as soon as possible. Maybe I'll focus on that instead of like prepping streams. I had some ideas for streams, but like I don't know if I want to jump back into it every week now. If I'm gonna have issues like this, because I feel like some of them are not gonna work now, knowing that my computer can't even like handle PowerPoint. So we'll see. I guess I'll probably work real hard on trying to figure out that computer stuff. And then we'll go from there. You can do both. That's true. I'm just not like super sure what I can do otherwise. Like I had some stream plans. One of them was like art. One of them involved just like using my web browser, but that might even be off the table now. What was I had like a list of 4 of them that I was gonna do a poll on to see what people thought about. The second one was also a browser thing. And the third one was also a browser thing. So, I don't know. The laptop I currently have is a Surface Book, I believe? Yes. Generation 1. So it's old. Because we're on like the Generation 4 right now, currently. So it's really not up to date. Doesn't like streaming. It really doesn't. I've been spending a lot of time figuring out computers though, so hopefully I'll like try to commit to something this week and purchase stuff. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. It might take some time. So I want to get that going pretty soon. MSI, oh got it. Isn't that like, aren't there like parts that are MSI? I don't know enough about computers. I've been researching for weeks, but I feel like I still don't know enough. We're also, I might be trying to set up a different router, because my router like doesn't want to work. I set up an extender a couple days ago, and it like wasn't connecting. Like it kept disconnecting yesterday and the day before, and I was like, I cannot stream on this extender because it will disconnect and I will lose stream. Yet here we are, we disconnected like 3 times. Loney, good luck, I got mine secondhand and it works great. Good to know. I feel like I keep saying that. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that I might just go with a pre-built one. Just because it's easier to get a better graphics card with pre-built now, just because it's so hard to get graphics cards. So I did want to build mine, but I feel like going pre-built might be the way, just because it's gonna be... It'll be faster, set it up, and I kind of want to be able to stream as soon as I can. And then I can also get, like, a better graphics card. So I think that's the plan right now. I just have to like commit to the specs I want. All I know is MSI claims to make laptops good for gaming. Got it. Yeah, I don't think the Surface Book is good for gaming. I know it has a dedicated graphics card, but like, I don't think it's very good. I compared it to like other cheap graphics cards right now, and it's pretty bad. I use it for like, my computer uses it when I'm using like Affinity Designer, which is just like Illustrator. Like, I don't know, that's not high processing. So we'll see. I guess that'll be what I focus on. Now that my model is out here, I can like finally start committing to my brand and finally like advertising myself. I've been like trying to hold off from advertising myself at all before I got like a model I was happy with. So you can finally see my full power. We'll see. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely want to work on like clipping VODs and stuff and posting them on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So maybe I'll focus on that and computers and like start building my brand before I actually jump back into streaming. Laptops generally aren't that good for streaming. Yeah, I kind of figured that. They really... There's only so much you can do with a laptop. Just because everything's... You gotta have small parts, and you can't fit a whole lot in there. I'm surprised... I don't know. I thought I could do a little bit more, but I'm glad it can at least stream the bare minimum. Sometimes. I'm gonna try nonetheless. Good luck, Ant. I wish you all the best. I feel like it's hard to really gauge, like, how much you need, if that makes sense. How much, processing power, I guess, depending on, like, the things you want to do. I'm scared using VTube Studio is gonna, like, destroy my computer. Like, I could never do that with this laptop, so I definitely need a computer for that. But I guess that's it. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you, Han. Thank you for wishing me all the best. I'm gonna do my best. We're all just here trying our hardest in the world of VTubing. Thank you so much for coming, though. I had such a great time. I'm glad that I could finally show off my design, and now I can show everyone on Twitter. Depends on how much on what you're doing. Depends so much on what you're doing, yeah. With games particularly, too, like, I'm not super sure what I'm gonna be playing. I feel like I'm leaning towards stream ideas that aren't games, actually. So, we'll see how that goes. But I do want to play games sometimes, too. It's probably not, like, crazy games like Cyberpunk or something. Cyberpunk is cool. But, like, I don't think I'll be playing high-end things like that. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. It's great having friends here. And I was very stressed out before this, but once I started and everyone was here, it just went so smoothly. So thank you so much. Have a great night, though. When in doubt, visual novels, yes. Low specs things are always great. I thought that Zenith would be nice because it's like a low spec, but that was bad. I thought it was low spec at least. Maybe it's not. Who knows? I sure as heck don't. But yes, thank you all for coming. And have a great night. Have a great week. I will see you later. I'm not sure if I'll see you next Tuesday, but I will definitely see you guys around. Thank you for coming. Bye!